We are the givers, just like the continent of Africa. He gonna take. He gonna take. And he gonna take more than what he needs. That's what makes him so psychopathologically unhealthy. Your frequency and their frequency are two different places. This is why the snow puppy syndrome is a demonic possession. Oh, yes. You the people of the sun vibrating up here, but you want the people of the ice down here to carry your baby or give you a baby. Somebody help me out. African people are at the highest frequency of the human dimension. And you mean to tell me you're going to go to the oppressor, colonizer, enslaver, and you want the enslaver to carry your baby or inject his ancestors into your universe? We live in a world of energy and spirit. You are influenced as much by energy you don't see as the energies you do see. You are influenced as much by the energies you don't see as the energies you do see. You are influenced as much by the energy you don't see as you are the energy you do see. You are influenced as much by the energy you don't see as the energy that you do see, brothers and sisters. Understand, you are living in two dimensions, a spiritual and a physical. Develop patience and grace. Practice not letting people get on your damn nerves. Every day I want you to practice, brothers and sisters. Every day I'm wanting you to practice, brothers and sisters. Every day I want you to practice not letting ninjas get on your damn nerves. Black woman, I want you to practice. There's a certain person who gets under your skin every time you see him. I want you to tell your unconscious, give your unconscious these spiritual orders, and your unconscious will carry it out. Let your unconscious know that girl that I've been jealous of my whole life, I will no longer be jealous of her. I will speak to her, I will smile at her, or I will just ignore her if we can't be cordial. Black man, that black man who you ain't been getting along with for years, tell your unconscious we will no longer be bothered by his negative energy. We will no longer react to evil spirit. That's what it's all about. We will no longer react to evil spirit. Tell your unconscious that. I do not react to evil spirits, period. Period. Tell your train your unconscious not to react, because most of you operate on the level of the animal kingdom, brothers and sisters. I have to get off in 15 minutes at 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm going to get in as much as I can. Is this beneficial to my African family? Continental Africans, is this beneficial? Continental Africans, is this beneficial? Caribbean Africans, is this beneficial? Caribbean African, South American Africans, is this beneficial? Central American Africans, is this beneficial? Texas Africans, Jersey Africans, New York Africans, Pennsylvania Africans, California Africans, Michigan, Illinois, Minnesota Africans, Idaho Africans, Nebraska Africans, is this beneficial? Canadian Africans, is this beneficial? We have to raise the frequency of the black community. Most of us are operating on the animal kingdom level. What do animals do? Animals react. Animals react. They don't have spiritual reasoning. Animals react. When you react, you're behaving like an animal. Tell yourself that. When you react, you're behaving like an animal. Tell yourself that. When you react, you're behaving like an animal. You're not supposed to react. You're supposed to reason. You're supposed to reason. Animals react. Africans reason. You step back. You intellectually, non-emotionally evaluate the situation. You intellectually, non-emotionally evaluate the situation. You intellectually, non-emotionally evaluate the situation. Most of you go right to the level of subconscious programming and negative emotion. Most of us go right to the level of subconscious programming and negative emotion. Most of us, soon as somebody do something we don't like, we go right into a conditioned unconscious response. Your father called you and said something disrespectful. You went right into an unconscious conditioned response. Somebody hit your car. You had a fender bender in your brand new car. And soon when they hit you, you went right into an unconscious negative conditioned response. Somebody says something you didn't like. You automatically reacted with an unconscious negative emotional response. That's called animalistic thinking. I thought we were gods. That's called animalistic thinking. I thought we were gods. That's called animalistic thinking. I thought we were gods. That's called animalistic thinking. I thought we were gods. I want you to get into the habit. I want you to get into the habit. I want you to get into the habit of saying, I need a minute to think about this. Two of the most powerful ways to respond, not react. Respond, not react. Two of the most powerful ways to respond to low vibrational energy. Two of the most powerful ways to respond to demons operating on low frequency is to remain silent or tell them, I'm not in a mental space to discuss this right now. I'm going to process this. Can we resume this conversation in an hour? Can we resume tonight? What does your schedule look like tomorrow? You can do it with your husband and your wife. If my wife is getting on my damn nerves, she's trying to get on my nerves because I'm not going to let her. See, in order to get on my nerve, do you know what nerve is? We're talking about the neurological system that carries information from your mind to your body. Because whatever you experience up here, your body feels it down here. See, the head is the temple of the body. Your head is the temple of the body. That's why in ancient Kemet, they have the temple of man. In ancient Kemet, they have the temple of man. In ancient Kemet, they have the temple of man. Your head is the temple of your body. So you have to control how you process experience, because whatever you process, it goes to the body. You're not depressed in your body, in your head. You are depressed in your head and your body. You're not just worrying in your head. Your body worries just like your head worries. Yes. Your body experiences every emotion you decide to create. Notice what I said. Your body experiences every emotion you choose to create. You don't catch emotions. You develop emotions. You didn't catch depression. You developed it. You didn't catch low self-esteem. You developed it. You create your emotions. You are the God of your body. As God is to the universe, you are to your body. And so when you say somebody's getting on my nerves, 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 you're saying I am processing this interaction in a negative way. And I'm going to send that message through express mail to my unconscious. My unconscious is going to send that message throughout my body. And so for them to be getting on my nerves means I am allowing them to invade my peace of mind. They have to get past your peace of mind first. They have to get past your peace of mind in order to invade your inner world. They have to get past your peace of mind in order to invade your inner world. They have to get past your peace of mind in order to invade your inner world. Your peace of mind is your defense fortress. Your peace of mind is your spiritual defense fortress. Your peace of mind is the gates to the city. Don't you open up those gates for no demon. Why would you lift up the gates of peace? Why would you lift up the gates of peace and let a demon invade your inner life? Keep the gates of peace of mind locked and closed. Don't you let them in. Black America is under demonic possession. Black America is under demonic possession. I got 10 minutes. Black America is under demonic possession. We are under materialistic demons, emotional demons, sexual demons, trauma demons, abuse demons, self-hate demons. You are at war every day. I pity the person who doesn't pray and call on God for assistance every day. If you are African living on the planet Earth, I'm talking to all 2 billion members of the global African family. If you are an African living on the planet Earth, I'm talking to all 2 billion members of the African family. If you are an African living on this planet, I'm talking to all 2 billion members of my beloved global African family. If you are not praying every day for some guidance, if you are not praying every day for some protection, if you are not meditating every day to keep your life safe from these demons in flesh and spirit. See, when I pray, I'm going to tell you part of my prayer. I'm not going to give you all my prayer, but when I pray, part of my prayer says, Most High, protect me from my enemies, the black ones and the white ones. Protect me from my enemies, the institutional ones and the individuals. Protect me from my enemies, the ones I can see and the ones that are in spirit. That's right. Protect me from the black ones and the white ones, the institutional enemies like FBI, CIA, and the individual enemies. Protect me from my spiritual enemies and the ones in flesh, brothers and sisters. This is spiritual warfare. This is spiritual warfare. This is spiritual warfare, brothers and sisters. Give me spiritual discernment so I can know who to let into my space and who to reject, because everybody don't deserve to be in your space. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that the hard way. Your big brother King Kong consciousness, I had to learn that the hard way, that everybody don't deserve to be in my space because I'm a giver. Some of you are givers. Some of you are takers. You got that demon on your back. But most Africans are givers. We're givers by nature because we're people of the sun. Caucasians are takers by nature because they're people of the ice. Okay, so the human dichotomy, you got Africans at this end of the dichotomy. You got Caucasians at this end. This is the human dichotomy. Africans are the people of the sun. We are the givers of the world. That's why Africa gives. The resources of Mother Africa runs the whole world. The resources of Mother Africa runs the whole world. The resources of Mother Africa runs the whole world. The resource, Africa just keep on giving. Africa was given in slavery, she gave her people. Africa was given in Reconstruction, she gave her resources. Africa was given in colonization, Africa was given in neo-colonization. We are the givers, just like the continent of Africa. The Caucasian, he gonna take. He gonna take. And he gonna take more than what he needs. That's what makes him so psychopathologically unhealthy. No disrespect to the Neanderthal nation. But I need African people to understand, no disrespect to the Neanderthal nation, but I need African people to understand your frequency and their frequency are 2 different places. This is why the snow puppy syndrome is a demonic possession. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You the people of the sun vibrating up here, but you want the people of the ice down here to carry your baby or give you a baby. Somebody help me out. You are the highest frequency of the human dimension. African people are at the highest frequency of the human dimension. And you mean to tell me you're going to go to the oppressor, colonizer, enslaver, and you want the enslaver to carry your baby or inject his ancestors into your yoniverse. Inject his ancestors into your yoniverse. Inject his demonic ancestors into your universe. Brothers and sisters, I know my ancestors are here. I can feel my ancestors right now. You gotta build your ancestral altar, brothers and sisters. If you are not tied into your ancestors, you will not survive this. Your ancestors are your spiritual defense team. Your ancestors are your spiritual defense team. Don't go looking in the Quran, because the Quran don't deal with ancestors. Don't go looking in the Bible ain't dealing with ancestors. Don't go looking in the Torah, because the Torah, African God Ra, them books ain't dealing with ancestors. You got to come on back home to African earth-centered spiritual systems. You got to come on back home to African earth-based spiritual systems. You have to come on home to African earth-based spiritual systems. You have to come on home to African earth-based spiritual systems. Better get you an altar. All you need is a table, a closet, a corner in the room. Put down a white cloth. White represents consciousness. White represents the white light of consciousness. Get you a white cloth, a white candle, a vase of water, some flowers, some fresh fruits. Burn you some incense. Get you a stick so you can call on the ancestors, tap the ground, or a bell if you want to ring them. Let them know I'm ready for a conversation. And then you sit there. You sit there, hang up pictures of all your ancestors. Find their pictures and put them up there. If you ain't got the pictures, put the mementos up there. If you got your grandmom's brush she left behind, you got your grandfather's cigar she left behind, you got your daddy's favorite necktie, you got your mama's favorite watch, put all the mementos on the altar. That's their place in your house. That's the ancestor space. If they don't have a space to come, they might not come. If they don't have a space to come in your house, they may not come. See, the ancestors are still with us. They're still members of the family. See, the African family is a metaphysical entity. The African family is a metaphysical entity. The African family is a metaphysical entity. What do I mean when I say the African family is a metaphysical entity? You have the family you see, and you have the family you don't see. And the family you don't see have more power than the family that you do see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We don't worship our ancestors. We worship God. We communicate and honor our ancestors. We venerate our ancestors. We worship God. Family is still family even after they leave their body. I said family is still family even after they leave their body. Now, if you dumb enough to let some religion that was taken from Africa remixed by the Arab or Caucasian and given back to you, if you silly enough to let some religion that was taken by the Arab and the Caucasian, we had it first, but it was taken from the Arab Caucasian, remixed, given back to you. And if you're going to let that religion stop you from building a relationship with your invisible relatives, if you're going to let a book stop you from building a relationship with your invisible family members, if you're going to let a book stop you from communicating with family that you can't see, that's on you. You got to answer to the ancestors on Judgment Day. Before you go see God, you got to come past the ancestors. Before you go see God, you got to come past the ancestors. See, this is why we need FDMG. Oh, yes, I can't wait. Brothers and sisters, the grand opening is coming. Who coming to the grand opening Kwanzaa week? Who is flying into the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania International Airport Kwanzaa week? I said, who is flying into the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania International Airport for Kwanzaa week? Who is driving down from Connecticut to the FDMG Community Grand Opening? Who driving down from New York? Who driving up from Florida and Texas, brothers and sisters? FDMG is 22 driving minutes from the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania International Airport. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy is 22 driving minutes from the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania International Airport. I want to see my continental Africans at the grand opening because they donated as much as everybody else. Let me say that again. My continental Africans have donated as much as the American Africans. My Caribbean Africans have donated as much as my Canadian Africans. My Africans in Europe have donated as much as my Africans in Asia. I want to see the whole African family at the community grand opening of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. I got to start wrapping this up, brothers and sisters. If y'all want me to do more spiritual lessons, y'all got to let me know. If y'all want me to do more spiritual lessons, y'all got to let me know. If y'all want me to do more spiritual lessons, y'all got to let me know. But I'm going to end on this right here. Will you please stop caring so much? Will you please stop caring so much? Will you please stop caring so much about what other people think about you? I'm going to end on this and I got to go. Johannesburg, I will see you, God willing. Johannesburg, I will see you at the Grace Bible Church 1 week, 9 days away from now.